Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us.
Concealed carry without a permit is once again hitting the legislative floor this year.
Senator Tom Brewer of Gordon prioritized the bill, LB 77, today. After a filibuster caused it to fall short last year, Brewer says he's made some edits to it and is confident this legislature will get it passed.
This year we have a lot of new faces, so we think there's more support for it. And that combined with the fact that we've cleaned it up so it's easier for folks to understand, feel good about its chances this year.
It appears Brewer has the votes to get it passed, even though it'll face opposition from some senators. The Lincoln and Omaha police departments are against the bill, with Chief Teresa Ewens of the Lincoln Police Department saying people shouldn't be carrying a weapon without the proper training. The issue of insulin costs is another problem the legislature hopes to tackle this year. Today, Senator Tom Breezy of Albion introduced a bill.
It would cap insulin costs at $100 per month for all Nebraskans with private insurance. Those on Medicare will have their monthly costs capped at $35 thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act, which kicks in this month. As the state and federal government pours millions into internet access, the governor is creating an office to oversee broadband.
Governor Jim Pillen announced the creation of the Broadband office today. He says it'll form a transparent and proactive response for the state's broadband needs. In recent months, over $1 billion have been set aside to improve broadband access in Nebraska. The office will help deploy those funds and organize efforts to connect rural users with internet access. A house in Waverly caught fire this morning, becoming engulfed in flames and smoke.
It happened on Jamestown Street near Highway 6 there in Waverly. Fire crews from Waverly, Seward, Eagle, Greenwood, and Southeast, they were all there. It took more than 45 minutes to put out the fire, which spread through several areas of the house and into the ceiling and attic.
A neighbor or a passerby saw smoke and flames coming from the structure, so they stopped to try to find out what's going on. Realized there was a bunch of fire inside the house, so then we got notified.
Now, no one was inside when the fire started. Chief Raines said there was extensive damage to the front of the house, though there's no estimates yet on the total damage or what started the fire. A woman is recovering after being pinned under a car for several minutes.
Lincoln Fire and Rescue were called to Nebraska's Innovation Campus around 8 a.m. The victim reportedly started the car to warm it up. It somehow got moved into gear and then rolled down a hill, pinning her underneath. It took LFR about 15 minutes to get the vehicle off of her. Thankfully, though, we're told the woman is expected to be okay. In crime news tonight, authorities found over 200 pounds of marijuana after a traffic stop in Lincoln.
It happened on Interstate 80 west of the airport. 65-year-old Timothy Harris was stopped for following too closely. Deputies say after searching the vehicle, they found 203 pounds of marijuana and 6 pounds of THC wax. Harris was taken into custody. Police say a man is without his shoes and wallet after a Facebook meetup went south.
Lincoln police say the 26-year-old man was meeting a woman he met on Facebook. They agreed to meet at his house, but when he got there, the woman was already inside. He said she was there with another woman holding a pair of his sneakers before ripping his pocket and taking his wallet. Police say the women made off with $2,000, a debit card, and the shoes. The investigation continues. The Nebraska Safety Council is starting a monthly initiative to engage with the community about a variety of different safety aspects.
They met at Gateway Mall here in Lincoln today to focus on driving safety. They had a driving simulator set up there for people to try driving distracted with a cell phone or under the influence. The goal of all of this to show how dangerous it can be while doing it in a safe environment.
We're showing people really when you're impaired, you're not thinking clearly. So when you put those on in this sort of an environment, it's an opportunity to realize exactly the health risk and safety risk that impaired driving presents.
Also at the event today, they had a table set up for people to get their blood pressure checked. The Nebraska Safety Council will have different events at Gateway Mall the first Friday of every month for the rest of the year. This week, the FDA made a change to the way prescription abortion pills can be sold.
Channel 8's Philip Katofimo is here to tell us more about the change. Philip?
Thank you. The change comes after the Justice Department gave the okay to the U.S. Postal Service to continue delivering abortion medication by mail.
This week, the Food and Drug Administration made a change to a long-standing rule that prevented drugstores from selling the prescription abortion pill mifepristone. This comes after the Justice Department gave the okay to the U.S. Postal Service to continue delivering abortion medication by mail. Before, mifepristone could only be prescribed by some mail-order pharmacies and certified physicians. CVS and Walgreens announced their intentions to sell the pill, potentially making it more available to those who need it, something Nate Graz, policy director for the Nebraska Family Alliance, is concerned about.
So we do know that the majority of abortions are now being done chemically, and this move seeks to further expand that at the expense of the health and safety of women and also the lives of unborn children. And so that's something that we think states need to continue to push back against.
According to Nebraska state law, abortion is legal up to the 20th week of pregnancy. And while you can order mifepristone by mail, a chemical abortion can only be performed at a doctor's office in front of your doctor. District Nebraska State Senator Michaela Kavanaugh says this puts a lot of pressure on the individual using the medication.
However, what the federal government has allowed is that you go to a pharmacy and you purchase the medication. You go home and you have the time and the space and the comfort of your own home with your partner, your family, whatever it is you need to make that decision when you don't feel under pressure. And so that's a much better way to be making your medical decisions, in my opinion.
Graz feels this change will make abortion easier.
What the Biden administration and FDA are doing with this decision is really jeopardizing the health and safety of women, while also ensuring that it will be easier than ever before to end the life of an innocent human baby inside the womb.
Kavanaugh says it's not up to her to make hard decisions like this for other people.
I don't know what the reasoning or rationale is behind opposing these things. I know what the outcome and the impact is on the individuals affected by it.
Currently, there are no new abortion laws on the table for the legislature, but the issue is expected to come up sometime during the session. Back to you, Ron and Megan.
All right, Philip, thank you.
Time now to get a check of our weather. Meteorologist Jessica Blum is in for Rusty tonight. And Jessica, it's full moon tonight, but having some issues seeing it.
Yeah, a lot of our live cams out there are not giving us a great view. It's high enough in the sky that all of our cams just can't reach up that high. But if you believe me, it's been beautiful for the last several hours if you've gotten outside to look at it. I've had my mom and people texting me pictures of it, and I stepped outside for a little bit tonight to look at it. But looking at Groundworks cam, you can kind of see some of the light casting on some of the clouds rolling in from some of the moon as of this hour. But again, I can't give you a great look at it right now from some of our live cams. But looking at temperatures over the last several hours, we were in the middle 40s today, and we've dropped off quite a bit over the last several hours, back into the 20s now, recorded at the airport, 28 degrees. Around town, though, 33 degrees at East Campus, 33 also at Southeast Community College. Looking across the area, a little bit cooler off to the north, 26 degrees in Wahoo, 24 in Omaha, but 35 still in Beatrice and 36 still in Hebron. Going into this weekend, though, Saturday is going to be the cooler day. We might see a stray flurry or two, especially in southeast Nebraska, but then we rebound back into the 40s on Sunday. Of course, more to come in the full forecast.
All right, Jessica Blum, we'll talk to you in a little bit. The Lincoln Airport Authority announced a new business will be moving onto the airport grounds.
Burrell Aviation will be investing $65 million to develop facilities to make Lincoln's airport a critical hub for air cargo and other aviation-related activities. It's estimated the development will bring hundreds of jobs with it, both temporary and permanent.
One of the reasons they liked Lincoln is it's kind of right in the middle of the U.S. You can get to any point in the United States within a couple days' drive in a truck, right? So by our central location, they can bring in cargo, they can load it into trucks and send it out from there.
Now, there won't be any construction for a while, though. John estimates that'll take place in the third or fourth quarter of next year, with a ribbon cutting on a new building in 2025.
And when we come back tonight, a Virginia teacher is recovering after police say a student targeted her. The student's age, it's going to shock you. We're going to have the details up next.
And as clouds are increasing tonight, the moon tonight will slowly drop out of sight soon. I'll tell you more about this moon as well as more coming up next.
Don't lose track of what's happening over the weekend. Channel 8 News brings you the weekend's top stories and the forecast for the week ahead. Stay up to date with Channel 8's Weekend News.
Restless nights fogging up your day? Tonight, try new ZzzQuil Pure Z Sleep Plus Next Day Energy with melatonin to help you fall asleep naturally, plus extended release B vitamins. Wake up feeling refreshed. Pure Z's. Sleep better. Wake up your best.
Listen, I'm done settling because this is my secret. I put it on once, no more touch-up.
Secret has pH balancing minerals and it helps eliminate odor instead of just masking it.
So pull it in close.
Secret works.
Running on empty? As you age, you produce less testosterone, which can cause many symptoms. Limitless Male TRT can eliminate these symptoms and re-energize your life. Schedule your free consult at limitlessmale.com.
Hi, I'm Laura Carl with Black Box Rentals, Lincoln, Nebraska. Take a tour of our beautiful new townhomes located on 40th and Yankee Hill, or visit us on Facebook or blackboxinvestments.org.
At Ernie's in Ceresco, the New Year celebration continues with up to 50% off. Furniture, appliances, mattresses, flooring, up to 50% off. Plus, no interest until 2029. New is good. Up to 50% off is even better. Plus, Ernie's has a huge inventory of in-stock products ready for immediate delivery. Extended through Sunday only. So hurry to Ernie's in Ceresco and Ernie's Mattress First Lincoln.
Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Menards.
It starts as a kitchen built for right now and grows with you as life changes. Clearview Cabinetry is flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage. And the style is so easy to update, you can do it in a snap. Meaning you don't have to remodel your space to make it work even better. Because it's not just a kitchen, it's the center of your universe. Clearview Cabinetry, available exclusively at Menards.
A 6-year-old is in custody after police say he intentionally shot his teacher in a first-grade classroom. The teacher reportedly suffered life-threatening injuries but is improving tonight.
It happened in Newport, Virginia around 1 p.m. today. Officials say the shooting, again, was not accidental and that the teacher and student knew each other. The shooting started and ended in the classroom, but the news of a school shooting gave the community a real scare.
I'm in awe and I'm in shock. And I'm disheartened, and I really feel that we need to educate our children, and we need to keep them safe, and that's what our school division is about, and that's the whole mission of our school division. So
the student and teacher were in the middle of an altercation, according to authorities. Staff and faculty moved students to a gymnasium before reuniting them with their parents. Thankfully, no one else was hurt. After failing to elect a speaker earlier today, the House is back at it as we speak.
13 attempts over the last 3 days amounted to nothing, but today there was progress for Kevin McCarthy. Over a dozen holdouts gave him their votes with just a few minds left to change.
This was not a positive start. However, I think Kevin McCarthy has a good point. We're going to work out the problems now. If we're going to work out the problems now, this puts us in a better spot coming out of this.
Now the final tally is being made as we speak. It looks good for McCarthy. If he secures the vote, it'll end the day's long battle, allowing Congress to begin its functions, starting with the swearing in of the 118th Congress.
Now, your Storm Alert team forecast with meteorologist Jessica Blum.
Happy Friday, everyone. Well, with this Friday comes a full moon like we've been talking about. It's also known as the wolf moon. It's the first full moon of the year, so it's been beautiful out there if you've been able to look at it. I think you can still get a pretty good glimpse of it. As of right now, those clouds have been a little bit slow to come in this evening, but it'll be a little bit harder to view as we go further into this evening. It also is at its furthest a point away from us in its orbit, according to the center of the moon from where it's at, according to the Earth, it's the farthest point away. So it's a little bit smaller than it usually is out there as you start to look at it. In terms of high temperatures today, we did get up into the middle 40s today in Lincoln, almost 50 degrees also in Hebron, a little bit cooler in Columbus at 35 degrees. So a pretty pleasant day for us in southeast Nebraska, as you can see, as you get off to areas to the north and to the west, for some of that snowpack certainly still playing a role in some of our high temperatures. In terms of what we're looking at right now, this is our view from Allo at South 21st and L Street. Pretty quiet out there as the week starts to draw to a close. Again, this is not another great look at what we've been trying to look at for that full moon, but a lot of my camera's not giving me a great view of it tonight. So again, we're looking at some quiet conditions out there right now. In terms of the temperatures, we've dropped off quite a bit. Lincoln's sitting about 28 degrees, 35 still in Beatrice, 36 in Hebron, 30 in Grand Island, as well as 33 in Hastings. But looking across the state, again, some of those areas out to the north that have that deep snowpack still on the ground, 18 degrees in Valentine, 8 degrees in Chadron. It's colder where, of course, there's snow still on the ground, certainly still continuing to play a role overnight and throughout the rest of the few days here lately. But in terms of satellite radar, seeing a little bit of snow showers in central Nebraska start to take form. Again, a lot of snow cover has really been impacting more of western Nebraska throughout the last several hours. We've been clear in southeast Nebraska, but we're expecting some of this cloud cover to eventually expand into the rest of the state going into this evening. So again, a couple snow showers certainly likely over the next several hours in central Nebraska, but not amounting to much, of course. It's really going to be light in nature. And then as we head into the early morning hours of Saturday, clouds stick around. We could see a light few flurries in the air at best. Honestly, not going to see rain out of this because enough of the profile is going to be cold that the flurries within the clouds are going to survive to stay snow. But eventually, again, if they can survive to the ground, they're going to have to overcome some dry air in the lower levels. So that's kind of what we're looking at tomorrow as that system starts to move past us in the south. We're really not going to see too much, and then we're going to left with mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies, and then it'll part ways with us early mornings hours on Sunday. But in terms of low temperatures going into tonight, middle teens expected. Of course, those increasing clouds, it won't be ideal for seeing the full moon later, but I think you could still go outside and look at it now. So certainly take advantage of that. And in terms of the forecast across the area, we're going to be a little bit cooler off to the north, a little bit warmer off to the south with 20 still in the forecast for now. In terms of high temperatures tomorrow, though, we're only going to struggle to be in the 30s, and then we rebound Sunday, Monday, back into the 40s and mid-40s, and we'll be quiet for some time, and 30s don't return back to the forecast until Thursday, when we could see both rain and snow out of a system that comes our way. Really going to be quiet for most of the 10-day forecast. As you can see, this takes us into the middle of January already, so we're going to be quiet for some time, not expecting too much snow in the long-range forecast.
Yeah, well, after around Christmas time, those very brutal temperatures and the massive amounts of snow that certain parts of the state got, I don't think anyone's going to be complaining about a few calmer days in the forecast.
Certainly, me too. I love the warmer weather at this time of the year.
All right, thank you very much, Jessica. Still to come in Sports Night, Lauren has the latest high school basketball action.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
At Matt Talbot Kitchen and Outreach, we're serving more people than ever before. Join us in expanding Bold Hope in our community as we strive to end hunger and homelessness and provide recovery resources for those in need. At Matt Talbot, Bold Hope expands.
Tidwell Tire Arena Cross Outlaws are jumping into the Lancaster Event Center this Friday and Saturday night. Action-packed racing and freestyle create the ultimate fan experience. Tickets available at the door and online now at arenacrossoutlaws.com.
When you need an expert on quality and proven exterior work, whether you're doing commercial or residential, Stonebrook Exterior is the area's premier contractor. Call Stonebrook Exterior today.
Would you look at that?
It's beautiful. Wow. That's our boy.
So proud.
Buy a sausage McMuffin, sausage McGriddles, or sausage biscuit and get another for just $1. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi, this is Pastor Tom with People's City Mission. As you may know, we're Lincoln's homeless shelter, and this winter, we expect to feed and shelter over 80% of the city's homeless. Because when the weather gets cold out there, here's where people come. But in this economy, providing a warm bed and a hot meal, it's getting really hard to do. So I'm asking you to please remember the homeless this Christmas season, because your support really does make a difference. Thanks so much, and God bless you.
Do you need hearing support? Don't be left out of the conversation. Here at Christensen Hearing Analytics, we understand that better hearing is better living. We provide the hearing solutions you need. Contact Christensen Hearing Analytics for a free consultation today and write the happy ending to your hearing story.
Hi, my name is Troy. I lost 170 pounds with the help of Dr. Familiar and his team at Heartland Weight Loss. Now that I've lost the weight, I feel great. I cannot believe how much energy I have. It transformed my life, and it can transform yours too. It's the best decision I made for my life and for my family. Call Heartland Weight Loss at 402-GET-HELP.
So if you or someone you love is struggling with obesity, pick up the phone, call us today, or go to our website. You'll be very glad you did.
You can buy a bed anywhere,
At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, we do things differently. We design and build mattresses specifically for you right here, then back it with our lifetime comfort guarantee. It's that easy. Come see us, Comfort Made Mattress, North 27th Street, right next to PetSmart.
Now, from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Green's Furnace and Plumbing, here's Channel 8 News Sports with sports anchor Lauren Michelson. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Rules said he's building an old school program with a new school look. Well, his new coordinators have the same idea. Offensive coordinator Marcus Satterfield met with reporters for the first time since being hired and shared some big plans for the Big Red. He said he's going to run a pro-style offense, one that huddles between plays, uses its tight ends, and a fullback.
I'm on a crusade about the huddle. Like, the huddle is the heart and soul of football. You cannot teach the leadership moments. You can't script the leadership moments that happen in a huddle.
Plans to talk with the new man in charge of the Black Shirts. Tony White is the new defensive coordinator after spending the past 3 years at Syracuse. White runs a unique 3-3-5 defense and grew up watching Nebraska football, and his goal for his players to play with passion and to help Nebraska return to its former glory.
You see why it's different. I mean, from the people, from you walk in and you see the national championship trophies, you see the Heisman. I mean, you know, you walk around, you see why this place has been special and can be special.
And as for that 3-3-5 defense, White says it's flexible and can be modified to fit the Huskers roster. And to the basketball court, where there was plenty of high school action tonight, including a rivalry matchup between the Southeast Knights and the Southwest Silverhawks. We'll start off with the boys matchup in front of a packed house at Lincoln Southwest. Second quarter, Knights up 7. Tay Moore receives the outlet pass and hits the triple from the wing to put the Knights up 10. Later, Bang got Dak with the board, and he launches a full court pass right to Dangeet for the layup, 39-21-9 Southeast. Silverhawks still fighting. Bond Boom spins and hits the contested jumper for Southwest. Later, Hawks down 13, but Braden Frager hits the 3 at the halftime buzzer to cut it back at 10. Third quarter, loose ball. Jake Hickelman tosses it ahead for Dak, who collects it and rocks the rim with the slam. Knights visiting section is loving it. Later, Boom with the steal and goes coast to coast as Lincoln Southwest makes a late comeback to beat the Knights 78-76. Then same spot and matchup in the girls game between Southeast and Southwest. First quarter, Hawks trailing by 1. Hayden Rath open for 3 and drills it. Southwest up 12-10. Second quarter, Kaya Branch gets the steal, takes it up court, and finds Catrice Olds running free for the transition lay-in for the Knights. Later on, Hawks working it around the floor. Brindley Christensen gets it the low post and scores off the glass as the Hawks win a close one over the Knights, 44-40. Now over to Pius, where in girls, the Thunderbolts were hosting North Platte tonight. First quarter, Bolts on the break, up 8. Sarah Iberg bounce pass to Ava Markowski for the basket. Pius up 15-5. Next Bolts possession, Elsa Vedral driving the lane and scoring with her right hand. Pius leading 17-5. Then Madeline Navkrell hits the short jumper as the Bolts roll to a win over North Platte 61-17. Continuing with the Pius boys, hosting North Platte with plenty of fans in the stands tonight. First quarter, tied at 5. Parker Kelly gets the layup on the fast break to give the Bolts the lead. Then it's Nate Schauer with the assist to Drew Drake, who makes the corner 3 look easy as Pius goes up 11-8. Second half, Bulldogs coming back, tied at 18. Carter Kelly drains the 3 as North Platte pulls ahead. But the Bolts go on an 8-0 run with help from Kaylin Hum, who gets back-to-back triples as Pius takes a 29-21 lead into halftime. The Bolts came out with the win, though, 65-56. And Husker hoops are on the road tomorrow. The men facing Minnesota at 11. You can catch the action on the Big Ten Network. And right after, Amy Williams and her squad look to bounce back from a tough overtime loss to Indiana when they face Rutgers on the road, also on Big Ten Network. Moving to the Frozen Pond, the Lincoln Stars are sitting in second place in the Western Division of the USHL, and the lone team ahead of them, the Fargo Force. At the Frigid Icebox in Lincoln for some Friday night hockey, and we got to go late into the first period before we see a goal, and it comes from the Stars. Michael Misek gets a pass all alone in front of the net and fires a shot past the Force keeper to put the Stars up 1-0. Less than 2 minutes later, and the Stars get another one, this time on the power play. Tanner Lidke gets a pass and fires a one-timer past the goalie to put the Stars up 2-0. The Stars keep on pouring on the goals with 33 seconds left. Patrick Rafferty finds Keaton Peters alone in front of the net, and Peters buries the puck behind the goalie. The Stars were all smiles exiting the rink up 3-0 after the first period, and it was all Stars all night as they win big. Wow, Megan Rod, what a busy night of some sports action tonight.
Yeah, go Stars and getting back to football. Bringing back the huddle.
A lot of excitement for sure.
Rod's excited about the huddle.
Well, it just brings back memories, yeah. You know.
Yeah, Rod,
I know you were quite the force on the O-line.
And I heard the word fullback.
Fullback got everyone cheering in the media room today. It was awesome.
I bet. All right, love it. Thank you very much, Lauren. We'll be right back with a final check of your forecast and the Mega Millions numbers.
It takes time to make Amigos enchiladas. We simmer, steam, slow cook, and season to serve them fresh every day.
Amigos has the faves you crave.
Open enrollment for the health insurance marketplace is November 1st through January 15th. To ensure your family is in the right plan for your budget and needs, you must re-enroll for 2023. Or for those with no coverage, it's easy to get started. Just go to howtogetcare.org to find a Navigator enrollment specialist near you. We'll help you navigate the healthcare marketplace, explain coverage options, and answer any questions. Get started at howtogetcare.org.
Does your business need quick, competitive financing for heavy machinery, trucks, or other equipment? Currency is here to help. Whether you're financing construction equipment, farm equipment, trucks, trailers, or any other big-ticket item, Currency will automatically find the best rates. Currency facilitates loans for up to $500,000 with repayment terms up to 72 months. It's fast, easy, and free to use. Visit gocurrency.com and apply today.
Your Lincoln-owned Pillar Restaurant Group gift card special is back. Purchase a $100 gift card and receive a $20 bonus card. Give the gift of delicious food and amazing service. And make this year even merrier with holiday gift packages from The Butchery in the Venue at Home storefront located at 70th and Pioneers.
It started in 1937. A female business owner, an immigrant, and a dream of a store based simply on truth and doing right by others. Over 80 years later, we still follow that philosophy. By your side as times change, but the golden rule doesn't. This is the start of new memories. This is home.
Since 1994, EP Foundation Repair has fixed over 20,000 basements. Look to us, like many of your neighbors have. Every job we do starts with a free estimate and comes with a transferable long-term warranty. Give us a call before it gets worse.
Trillion Health and Hormone therapy, peptide therapy, gynecology, sexual medicine, medical aesthetics. Offices in Omaha, Lincoln, and Norfolk. View our schedule and book online at trillionhh.com. Insurance accepted.
Amigos is known for nachos, starting with fresh-made chips, homemade enchilada sauce, lots of shredded cheddar and Monterey Jack cheese, completed with handcrafted guacamole. Amigos Nachos, a notch above the rest.
I feel safer when you're in the building. Over 10,000 stars. History making. 5 U.S. presidents.
The funny man.
Yes. And 20 years of explosive, iconic, heartfelt.
Are you sure about that?
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
All right, some breaking news now. We have a final vote from the U.S. Capitol. The final vote is in, and Kevin McCarthy has not secured the necessary votes to become Speaker of the House tonight. After 14 votes, we're heading into the weekend without a functioning Congress.
Yeah, here we're going to take a live look from the House floor right here. Again, this is live. The vote shares stands as 216 or looking like 214, or no, 216 for McCarthy, 212 for Jeffries, and 4 for others, and 2 present votes. Today's the first day the needles moved toward McCarthy. He expressed a lot of optimism today going into this vote late tonight, but previously the coalition against him stood firm over the last 3 days of voting. And of course, without a speaker, Congress can't get to work, and new members can't even be sworn in.
McCarthy spent the day sure he had the votes. We were talking about that earlier in the newscast. That's what everyone pretty much was thinking. But again, it fell apart in the final hour tonight. For now, the House, we're told, is about to adjourn until Monday, when they'll try this all over again. It's unclear when a speaker will be elected, of course, and this could drag on for, well, according to the experts, several more days next week. And we're just being told he fell one vote short. Our producer tells us just one vote.
Yeah, we'll continue following this, for as long as it does drag on. It's all historic. It hasn't happened again. Hasn't happened before. So we'll see if after the weekend, maybe a couple of extra days to negotiate and talk. Maybe Monday will bring some success in selecting the gavel or who will hold it. Well, another Friday and another Mega Millions drawing. Do you have your ticket with you, Rodney?
No, I don't.
Oh, we both got tickets earlier today. Mine's out in my purse. But if you have your tickets, get them ready. Here are the numbers. Drum roll, please. The winning numbers are 3, 20, 46, 59, 63, and the Powerball is 13.
If you have these numbers, hey, congratulations. You're now entitled to a whopping $940 million. If you don't want the money in installments, the cash option is $486 million. It is the 6th largest prize in U.S. history. If nobody wins tonight, the next drawing, most likely over $1 billion will be on Tuesday.
I can't wait to check my ticket. Jessica, did you get a ticket?
I didn't. I should have. I should have made a run. I haven't ever bought a Mega Millions ticket, unfortunately.
You probably have saved some money.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Before we head out tonight, can we get one final check of the weather?
Yes, we can, of course. Usually, average temperatures around this year are usually around 36 degrees, but of course, we'll be a little bit below that tomorrow for our cooler day of the weekend. But then we quickly rebound into the 40s next week. We'll be above average for some time. Of course, welcome to see that as we look at some of those temperatures there. Again, a mix possible by Thursday. That's when some of those 30s come back to the forecast, but that's really much. We really had to search for that.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Jessica, and thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.
With the Channel 8 News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
We only do one thing at Comfort Made Mattress Factory, handcraft the highest quality mattress possible. It's backed by a lifetime comfort guarantee. Come see us.
At Furniture Row, a new year calls for a new sofa, sectional, dining group, bedroom set, mattress, and more. Because the New Year's Super Sale has been extended, so getting it all has never been easier.